got everything chopped and measured already for the Spanish rice. Look at the garlic, onions, bell peppers. We do substitute things here, like generally I would use a white onion. Here we have, what are they, shallots. It's about the size we usually get. Sometimes you get them a little bit larger. They're actually pretty good. They've got a stronger flavor than the regular white onions. Not quite as sweet. I never thought of onions as sweet, but you eat these for a while, you switch to the regular white onion. The white onions are a little sweet. So anyway, about 3/4 of a can of chopped tomatoes. We just buy the crushed tomatoes. Fresh tomatoes here are really expensive and hard to find. That's why I said we adjust a little bit for what's available in the Philippines. This is a partial can because I made some soup the other day and used part of a can. I've got all my spices measured and ready to go. The only thing now I need is 1 cup of rice, 2.5 cups of water. So let's make some Spanish rice. I start with about 2 tablespoons of butter. No, I don't measure. Don't measure the spices either because I just don't. The only thing in this I measure is the rice and the water. 1 cup of rice. Onions and garlic. Peppers go in later. This takes 3 or 4 minutes. You want to kind of brown it a little bit, but you don't want to burn it. The onions are a good sign because you can watch them. When the onions are about done, you know they start getting kind of translucent. The rice is done. Not done to eat it, but done to add water. You want to stir it a fair amount because you don't want it to cook unevenly. When it's about halfway there, 3/4 of the way there, it's a judgment call. Add the bell peppers. I don't cook them as long because they just don't take as long. Bell peppers are very expensive here and hard to find good quality. Grocery store, they're really expensive. At the wet market, not so bad. So when I find some, I buy a bunch, I chop them up, put them in Ziploc bags, keep them in the freezer. They still cook up pretty well. They get a little mushy sometimes, but usually not bad. I'm doing this just kind of because they've been frozen, they don't need much. Just kind of warm them up more than anything. I don't know if you can see the color in that, but the rice is getting got a little brown tint to it. A couple of spots got a little extra brown. Okay, so that's done. I think my fire's a little hot. I do it on about a medium-ish heat, you know. Okay, so that's pretty much done. We'll add the tomatoes, usually straight out of the can. I'll use a whole can. But if I got half a can, 3/4 of a can laying around, that's good enough. Now I do measure my water because it's pretty important. One, two, take that last, I do just a little under a half because the tomatoes do add some liquid, and I'll either rinse this out or rinse out the can, whatever the tomatoes are in. Just why not? Give that a good stir. Add the spices in all together. It does call for chili powder in the recipe, and I'm out. Actually, I think I put a little extra cumin and a little extra paprika since I'm out of chili powder. Chili powder is easy to get here. I just didn't realize I was out, but I'm not going to let that stop me. So stir that in. Oh, almost forgot the chicken broth. Well, I don't have broth, bouillon. I'm going to bring it to a boil. Wow, that is a refrigerated hard lump. As it comes to a boil, it will dissolve. Bring it to a boil, stir it up. The bouillon cube really does melt. You can dig through it. It's just not there anymore. Anyway, so it's boiling. Turn the fire down. Set a timer for 25 minutes. Done. That's as low as I can get that burner to go. And even on that, this is still boiling. Everything I've read says you cover it, you don't touch it for 25 minutes. I find it sticks. So at least once or twice during the 25 minutes, I will open it and I will stir it a little bit. I guess point being is you're getting some of the steam released, you lose some of the moisture, whatever. I find, in my experience anyway, with my stove, if you don't stir it at least twice, it sticks and starts to burn. You get a little crust on the bottom. So as you can see, it's looking pretty good. We'll come back in a minute and see how it goes. Still got about 12 minutes to cook. What you haven't seen is I keep pausing. I'll step aside. I'll edit it all out. And all the dishes are done. I can't cook without doing the dishes as I go. There's no way I'm going to end up with a kitchen full of dirty dishes. I'm also marinating a piece of pork for later. I do a pretty simple marinade. It's just soy sauce and red wine vinegar. Let it soak in that for a while. Then I spice it as I cook it. Okay, let's see what we got. That's it. Doesn't look like it's stuck to the bottom. All the water is absorbed. The rice is soft. That's 1 cup of rice, 2.5 cups of water, and that's enough rice for me to last about a week. I don't eat that much rice. And my pork has been marinating for the 30 minutes this has been cooking, so that's going to be good.